Alright, hello everyone. My name is Thextera. I'll be running Klonoa door to Phantomile any percent. Just gonna get right into it because this cutscene is unskippable and time starts right after the cutscene. Basically when we are able to move. I'm playing on a PS2 game, which is Japanese only, which ends up being the fastest version because normally this is on PS1. And then you have Japanese and American as well. But the disk speed is much faster if you play on the PS2 version, so loads will be much quicker. So that's the reason why I'm playing this version. Also because it's cheap, because if you want to buy the American PS1 Klonoa version, you're gonna be spending over 100 euros or dollars to get it, so that's another big plus. And yeah, this on this version, I didn't say it yet, that this cutscene is unskippable. In the American version, this is skippable though, but because time starts on movement, it doesn't really matter for us. Alright, time coming up soon. Basically, in like 5 seconds from now. And time, go. We're off. So yeah, Klonoa 2D platformer. Very colorful, very Japanese. It's a pretty fun game. The where you will lose the most time is on the bosses. Like the platforming isn't really that hard. It's the bosses that will, yeah, pretty much decide your run most of the time because they have a lot of RNG to it. The first one doesn't really, but then if you go further and further, more RNG will come and can waste several tens of seconds. One thing to say already, we have a fist power up where we can grab these enemies, though we always want to do that when we jump, because otherwise Klonoa stands still, so we also always want to jump punch those enemies. There's another thing that you could do is jump constantly, which might save time and might not save time, because it's random whether you will actually get increased speed, because you can also get lower speed by doing that. So I decided to just not jump at all. We are talking like frames anyway, so yeah. Alright, time for the first auto-scroller. Starts off really slow, really easy. But it gets a bit harder later on in the run. Alright, let's see if we can get this. No. So basically, if I did it right, that enemy I just took would still be alive, and I could just run through it. Because after cutscenes, for some reason, you can just run through enemies because you don't have a hitbox. But I'll be able to show you that off in like 10 minutes from now. But that was the first time I could show you. So yeah, to skip cutscenes and stuff, you have to press start. Though if you press start when there is no cutscene, you will actually pause the game. So if sometimes you see me pause the game for no reason, you know, it's because it's actually to skip a cutscene. So yeah, most of the stuff, what he does is pretty random, but we got pretty good RNG, not bad. Because every attack is different time, so you want them to do the right attacks to save the most time.
We have a $10 donation from Swindleary. I probably pronounced that incorrectly. And it says, WTF are you doing there? Here, Thex. That's not Rayman. Good luck, bro, and have fun.
Thanks, Jack. I'm surprised you're up that early, Jack. What the hell? Also, these clocks are checkpoints. There's actually one dead abuse in the game later on, where we will hit a clock from really far away and then die, and that ends up saving quite a bit. It's also I think it's the biggest skip in the game. There's only like 2 real big skips. And there is small stuff like this, where you can just keep an enemy and abuse the 2.5D aspect of the game. Alright, after this level, it's the second boss of the game. It's really hard to optimize the fight. Also, you have to rely a bit on RNG. Because he has 3 sorts of attacks. One where he jumps at you in a slow way, one where he jumps at you in a fast way, and then one where he throws off the guy that is on him. That might seem really confusing now, because for people that have never watched this game, but it'll get pretty clear when we're there.
We have another $10 donation from Swindleary again. He says, at Thexy, it's 2 AM here, so of course I'm up. At commentator, call me Swind, it's easier to say. I probably should have read that before reading that donation.
Probably. 2 AM, huh? Okay. That's weird.
It's been a long night for me.
Yeah, so where are you right now? Isn't it in like in France? It's the same hour as here. It must be somewhere else. Alright, so basically it's an angry dolphin who carries the guy that controls her. The first attack is always the same, he always jumps at you. You can actually grab him off and save a lot of time doing that every time, but I'm not that good at it. And then yeah, if he throws him off, that's the worst RNG you can get because it loses a lot of time. Because you need to grab the enemy and then throw it at him. There we go. And that's the fast one. Okay. Not bad so far. Good RNG. Okay, not bad fight. Pretty good. And only 1 HP left, I just realized that. Okay, interesting. There is 6 visions, by the way. Each vision has 2 levels, and after the second level of each vision, there is a boss. And after this vision, I really hate that boss. It's really hard to do perfectly, but let's hope I don't screw it up too much. Also, I had to move to the right there to actually progress. To get that guy to spawn we just talked to. Small optimization there by grabbing the enemy and actually jumping up.
I would just like to make a quick announcement if that's okay.
Sure.
Okay, we have just added a new goal. It will be $75 to show the Crosscode demo as a bonus game after Hotline Miami. So if you want to see that, then start donating.
Have to actually break that because there is a key inside of this box. Alright, so in the next screen there is something pretty interesting. Something unintended at least. There's these big guys. If you hit them with your punch thing, you can actually make them into a balloon. And you can actually jump on them. And what we can do here is we can put the balloon all the way to the left, get an enemy, and jump over. Like if you normally get an enemy, you cannot cross that section there because you don't fit underneath that wooden plate thing. But we can just do that instead. What you're normally supposed to do is go to the left, and at the top of this tree stump there is an enemy there, and we were supposed to grab him and then go all the way back to the right. Also, I'm actually bringing an enemy in here because it can save 4 seconds as long as we do not kill the enemy right here. But that's easier said than done. It's only 4 seconds though, so it's nothing major. Basically in the next screen we have to break a crate, and we will already be able to break it with this enemy right away.
We have a $10 donation, once again from Swind. I'm just going to use that nickname now. Saying, I live in Guadeloupe, bro. Already told ya. Go check where it is on Google right now. Wait, you're running, right? Well, check that later then. At commentator. How are you, buddy? Pretty tired. I've been at this since 4 o'clock in the morning and it's now 10 to 8 over here in Germany.
I'm sorry, Jack.
It's a very expensive conversation you're having, but it's all for a good cause.
Exactly. Jack, how was your day? I'm really thrilling to find out. Also, hitboxes are weird, and sometimes I just won't be able to grab this enemy here, but thankfully I did, because it saves a little bit of time. You don't have to wait on that bird to spawn. Alright, so on this screen there is such a nice potential of a really big skip, but sadly it's impossible as of now, because in this room in a little bit we have to actually go all the way to the left side of the level and trigger a mechanism so this thing moves and we can jump up there. If we would be able to jump up there right now, we would save over a minute, I think, so that would be really nice, but sadly, it's impossible to bring an enemy into that room because all the ceilings are too low, so... So now we have to do all of this. And then flick a switch at the end. Also we get an introduction, a really small introduction to Joka, which is a boss later on in the game. Which is the most RNG boss. No, actually the last boss is the most RNG. The second most RNG boss. Alright, so you gotta be quick to see him. There he is, and he's gone. So yeah, we would skip all of this, because this is where we trigger that mechanism. And now we have to go all the way back to the right. And then there is a boss called Guildbomb.
We have another $10 donation. I'm sure you can guess who from.
Might be Swindloy.
You guessed correctly.
Nice.
He says, at Thexy, you gold digger? My day was fine, thanks. How about ya? I really want to know. At commentator, I can relate. Go get some sleep. I will do as soon as this run is over.
I'm doing fine, just trying to be fast, you know? Gold digger. Ooh, that was actually pretty close. Alright, time for Gelgbalm. Basically, if I mess up one hit, I will lose a lot of time. So, oh. I don't even have to skip a cutscene here and still I'm pausing the game for some reason. There we go, there I have to do it. Also, if you pause the game, then accidentally press down and then on circle, I will actually exit the game completely and lose everything, so... Okay, so this hit is the most important. It's pretty hard to time though. So yeah, if I actually managed to get that hit, I would be able to hit him again, and I would be able to skip his jumping phase, and this as well. So now he will jump into the sky and take a long time before he lands, and I would be able to skip all of that. But yeah. Ooh. Okay. Alright, so now he will actually spit out a really big ball, and I'm gonna try and keep my enemy alive. Okay, nice. Alright. Not much to say about this level, just that we can abuse the 2.5D aspect again. Also, that hitbox is weird. And we can do a damage boost here to get past this guy faster. Also, these pictures, there are 6 in each level. If you get all of them in all the levels, you can actually get an extra stage later on, after the end. A bonus vision. I'm on 1 HP right now, but that's all good because I get a lot of HP there. Alright, so here I can actually jump right up here, save a bit of time. I took a checkpoint, so it's better to just die. And that sucked. Alright, out of there. So remember when I told you about the cutscene where you can run through the enemy? Well, this is where it's gonna happen. We're gonna skip this cutscene and then we can just run through.
If you're thinking about donating, don't forget that we have just added a new donation incentive a few minutes ago to show off the crosscode demo after Hotline Miami. So that's not too far away, and it's just $75, so get donating, please. And don't forget, 100% of all donations go towards Save the Children. They save children. They are a very, very good charity indeed.
Alright, so this boss, you can see he has like 8 flickering dynamons on his body. We can actually hit off 2 each hit. So, though he does random attacks, and the worst one is spawning the scorpions, and look at that. He actually did 2 of them. Worst RNG you can get. I also was on low HP, so that sucks. And then he did the other attack with like a lot of like these things, so yeah. Couldn't have been worse, basically. Could not have been worse. See, now he's nice to me. He's not giving me the scorpions. Never mind, I shouldn't have said anything, but it's fine. There we go. And yeah, you cannot kill the scorpions either. They will be killed by the attacks he does as well, though, but yeah, unfortunate. Alright, so this is the level with the biggest skip in the game, where we will hit a clock from really far away. Once again, abusing the 2.5D aspect of the game. That's RNG manipulation, let's say. So that clock there in the background, I will actually come back with an enemy and hit it, and then that abuse, and we will actually appear there. And hopefully not screw it up, because it loses quite a bit of time if you do. It's really not that hard though. There we go. So yeah, we have to collect four of these colored gems. And then the door opens. Potential early cycle here if I do everything correctly. Nice. Okay. If you don't do that perfectly, the fire will grow bigger and you just can't pass. Here you could jump over this fire with the enemy, but because we need an enemy, and we could grab that bird there, but to grab that bird is pretty hard, so just take it easy and keep the enemy. And then do it like this. Doesn't lose too much time. Right, and then there is a damage boost at the end here that we can do. Because these enemies, they have like harnesses on or like armors on. And you cannot actually grab them. You have to use an enemy you can grab to hit it to be able to knock the armor off. But there's like 3 of those armored guys in a row, and then there's a guy you can grab, so doing the damage boost there is much faster. Also, you could enter that room to the left and then go back here to save like half a second or something, because it makes this cycle better of the upcoming platform you have to stand on, but it's super tight, so I'm not gonna risk it for the marathon. Like right now, the platform, I would barely have enough time to jump on this platform before it started moving. Alright, let's do another damage boost. Or not at all. Oh, there we go. Alright, not bad. Alright, this next level is all cycle based. Basically, if I mess up movement for like a second, I will have to wait like 10 seconds minimum. Because every 10 seconds or something like that, the screen turns dark and you cannot grab any enemy during that time. Although during the dark screen there is some platforms that you can jump on. Like right now, these 2 things there, you cannot jump on it. But when it's dark you can. This is the first cycle that is very hard to get. You get it, yeah. Yeah, just because I screwed up there, I'm gonna have to wait later on, I think. Really? There we go. Let's get this life. Oh, okay, the screen is turning light, that's good. Like if the screen is dark here, there is literally nothing you can do, you have to wait. So you cannot grab the enemies then. Yeah, to go up here, there is, like, you can go up here during dark and the light phase, so it doesn't really matter there. Now, it's important to have at least 3 HP, which I have now, because there's a damage abuse here that you can do. Also, I missed that platform. Dang it. Okay, we can just get hit there, and then go right through the big guy. And sometimes you get hit twice by the big guy, so that's why 3 HP is pretty important. But yeah, what you're supposed to do is, during the light phase, there is an enemy you can grab. And you can throw it at him and kill him that way, but yeah. Don't have to do that now. Yeah, I'm gonna have to wait 10 seconds now.
Okay, well, just use that 10 seconds to read out a donation. We have a $5 anonymous donation that says, "Come on, guys, let's get this going. $5 for the crosscode demo bonus run. Now it's your turn, viewers out there. Let's show off this run with your help." So that's $5 down, 70 to go for the crosscode demo, and it's only just after Hotline Miami. This also brings our total money raised to $1,901, so just $99 more to reach the magic 2,000.
There's a damage boost you can do here, but since I'm on low HP, I can't, sadly. Doesn't save too much though. All that trouble just to get this enemy and just to jump on this platform here. If there was a way to make that jump without the enemy, we would save a lot of time there as well. Lots of potential time save in this run. Alright, so coming up is the Joka fight, which is probably the second most RNG fight. You'll see why later. So the start should always be the same if done right. Nice. Okay, good. So yeah, after you hit him 3 times, he will go to his dark phase, and the platforms I'm standing on will turn a different color, and I have to walk over it to make it yellow again. But there is these enemies that can get in your way very annoyingly. So let's not hope. Sometimes they just are an ass, but seems like pretty nice to me for now. Not bad. And yeah, there is no way to hit him during the dark phase. And then, yeah, if you don't get 3 hits in soon enough, he will also go to the dark phase, so you need to be rather quick to get those 3 hits in. Oh, what? Okay. What's that noise? That's weird. Yeah, you cannot hit him on those hands. Okay. One more dark phase, and then 2 more hits and he's dead. Yeah, surprisingly, they're very nice to me. Alright, not bad. Okay, one more vision. Which is vision 6. If I was able to keep that enemy, that would make the next part a bit cooler, but and a bit faster. There we go. Yeah, just some platforming, really not much to say. Just each time we break the gems that are colored, new ways open up, eventually leading on to the end. Again, if we could skip, like, you know, having to do that, more potential time saves. Alright, this part is probably the hardest one. Okay. Finally open up the last one and off to the Vision 6-2, where there is the second biggest skip in the game, which is only like 15-20, I think. Once again, it happens with like the balloon guys. Just for safety, I'm just gonna grab these checkpoints, even though it's a bit slower to do that. Right, we want to actually bring an enemy into this room to make this section a bit faster. Normally you're supposed to grab the bottom to the right enemy. So yeah, it's much faster to do that. And then here we can get a quick cycle if we're good enough. Nope, not good enough. It's pretty precise though. Like you gotta grab the enemy in a jump punch and then you can barely make everything in time. Ugh.
We have a $7 donation from Rykilt that says, bonus games are hype. Go Thex. P.S. Don't rob me again while I sleep though.
I didn't choose it, man.
Sure you didn't.
Alright, so here we're gonna fake jump to the right. And then get this enemy here. Alright, that went pretty smooth. Alright, so here is the second biggest skip in the game, soon. First of all, we have to hit off the armors. Now we're gonna jump to his right, and then we're gonna do a jump punch. And then we should be able to... Yeah, there we go. Because I took so much time, it doesn't save that much more anymore, but yeah. What you're supposed to do is go to the right, and then there is this really long section of really slow moving platforms where you have to hit something. But don't have to do that. One more of those switch mini games, and then it's the final boss. We're actually gonna jump over this guy, because otherwise we would have to wait for an enemy that comes towards us, but that's slow. We don't do slow. Small skip here. If he boosts us to the right though, and he didn't, dang it. If he boosts us to the right, you can actually hit the guy without having to grab this guy, but this is the intended way. Then there's these boomerang guys. That if I actually throw one away and I don't make it on the platform above, I actually have to jump down because otherwise they don't respawn. So if I screw up the final jump, I have to jump all the way down to actually respawn all of them. But let's not do that. Oh, okay, there we go. Dang it. Now I'm just trying to be too fast. There we go. Right, so one boss, and then there's another one with 3 phases, so we have quite a bit to go though. Though the first boss, his name is Gadius, and he's really RNG, like you can easily save 30 seconds if the fight goes well. Basically, we are able to skip a phase as long as we get enough hits in like a 2-second time span. So let's try to do that. Also, the game might lag a bit on the boss. But yeah, he will spit out enemies and they appear on random positions in the screen, so sometimes I'm not even able to grab them because they appear like way off screen. Okay. Alright, that was actually perfect. Now, I'm not hitting him yet until he does this phase again. Because if I hit him before that, he would already go to phase 2. And getting hits in phase 2 is slow. Dang, this is actually really good. I'm actually intentionally taking this because it skips the animation. Also, I didn't do that last hit because otherwise I would have pushed him into phase 3. So now all I have to do, which is easier said than done, is get 3 hits in like a 2-second time span. So I'm gonna grab one enemy, wait until... No. Or... Oh, that was so close. So yeah, if I hit him there, he would have died, and I would have skipped this third phase completely, but it's all due to RNG as well. So yeah, you can see how much that saves, having to do this whole phase now. There we go. Alright, final boss, which has 3 phases. All really not that hard in RNG though. Oh, it's to the left. Oh, no, 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 no. That was close. Yeah, let's not get stuck on his tongue, because it loses quite some time. Okay. Wow. Okay. Alright. If you're actually good at the game, you can get 3 hits in there, but yeah. Alright, I will get the second tongue phase. If you do all hits correctly, you can skip one tongue phase. The hitbox of that tongue is ridiculous, so that's why I'm taking it really safe. Alright. Time for the second phase. You can do a little skip, and that is by dying in the start, because that immediately puts us to where we can hit him, whereas he has like a really big introduction, but we can skip it completely with just dying. Oh, okay. Interesting. Right now the gems I have to hit will be moving. 2 more hits and then it's the final phase. Oh. Okay. Let's not exit the game there. Okay. Just like the first phase, I just have to hit all those guys and then they will fire a rocket at him, and that's time pretty much. It's also a bit RNG where he drops the enemies we can grab.
Do we have time for another donation reading?
Sure.
Okay, we have a $12 anonymous donation saying, wait, an unmatched bonus game? Take my money and get this game going. Also, greetings to the BSG team.
Yo! Ah, dang it.
So don't forget, the bonus game will be right after Hotline Miami. The bonus game is Crosscode Demo, and we have raised $24 out of the $75 required to get the bonus game going. So if you want to see that game, please donate.
Alright, time is when the screen turns white. So, after this attack. And time. Alright, that was Klonoa. We got sub-estimate, so I'm pretty happy. Thank you for watching. My name was Thextera, and have fun with the rest of the marathon.